Hi, Izan.
Hi everyone, I'm Mérédith.
Well, you can start with this question.
Yeah, I will start with
the other one.
Yeah, I will start with the challenging being
so
French.
Okay.
Okay, so I have been raised in a critical culture that we used to judge a lot, and I have a really critical mind. So somehow the fact that there is not so much debate during the courses, and especially when you study politics, you have really strong opinion, and this is really valued to stand by your opinions and argue and everything. And while writing academic papers, you're asked to reference a lot, which is something we don't do in France. That's why we're labeled plagiarist people. But somehow then I felt a bit like that I didn't know where to stand with my own opinions, where I have to share my ideas and when I have to quote. So this is for me the most challenging part of the studies. But we created Complex, our student association, for also giving a space to debate about what we learn and about all these challenges that we face in our current world. So yeah, I would say this, and the rewarding would be the relationship with the teacher, that I feel that it's really nice to be able to email teachers and say, it's kind of this sisu mentality that when you don't have the energy or the strength, or you're facing something, you have the right to say, okay, I can step back for a moment, and teachers are okay because they know it's life. And I think in this master also, since the average of people are quite older and also have family and work and etc., there is also this understanding that we don't give all our soul to the studies. We also have something else, and it's important.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I also expected more debates and discussions. Coming from social sciences background, you always expect just to talk about stuff all the time. So this for me was a bit difficult to adapt, but I think my biggest challenges were first the cultural adaptation. So this kind of coming to a new culture. So even though I had an exchange, I was mainly with exchange students. So of course it's different when you actually move to a country. So this was difficult. I'm still learning. It's also fun. It can happen in funny situations. So it's also very rewarding. And I think also the challenge of tuition fees, they were very difficult for me and my studies to always be worried about it, and worried about scholarships and worried about grades. So I think this was very difficult for my case to deal with. And when it comes to rewarding things, for me what it's great about Finland is that we have freedom to change things, and we have freedom to act, and we have freedom to make questions and to criticize things. So for me, also with Complex, when we see something that in our understanding is not working right, I think it's great that we can point that out, and that we have this space, this democratic space, that we can put things forward. And in Brazil it was always a big fight for even to have the voice for talking about the issue. So I think when you have the voice already, this makes half of the work so much easier, the advocacy work and the activism work. So this is great about Finland. It's very rewarding.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's part of the transparency and the honesty that is in the culture.
You can talk about problems.
Yeah.
At least I'm a person who talks about problems very openly, so I feel I can do that here, and this is great.
Let's do a winter and summer.
Summer, a typical day, yes. So when I'm studying before Corona, my typical day would be waking up in the morning. You always start your day by waking up, right? And then I would have breakfast. If I had a day in the morning, day class in the morning, I would go to this class, to this course. Then I would have lunch at the student cafeteria with my friends. And after that, I would go home or go to the library, and then I would study and I would do my assignments for the day or my assignments for other courses or anything I need to do, or writing essays, learning diaries, all these student life things. And then I would also probably meet people, have meetings because of association work and volunteer work and many of these out of studies activities that I'm currently engaged at. And then I would also, if it's a weekend or if it's a day that I want to relax a little, I would also meet friends to hang out. In winter time, it's normally we just go to other people's places and then we have a beer together and we talk. Now in summer we go to the lake or we go to sauna or we go to do something outside, which is lovely and very interesting. I would also sometimes chat with friends and chat with family from Brazil. I would video chat with them as well. And then I would cook dinner and go to bed. So this is my normal busy day, what it looks like normally. Yeah.
Well, for me, last year had been quite intensive year. So my typical day would be I wake up in the morning, I go to gym practice, then I have breakfast, then I go to morning classes usually, then I go to eat at the student cafeteria when I'm motivated to eat there with my friends. Otherwise I go to eat in the city center, and then I go for work for 3-4 hours. And then I go back to university, usually for board meetings or association meetings. Then I go home, I cook dinner with my partner, and then I study. And then I finally go to sleep when I have time to sleep.
I think we have similar routines. The difference is that you have dinner at 7, I have at midnight.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah, I usually eat first and then study again.
That's the difference.
But you need to be aware that you don't have to eat too much. Otherwise, it's like you lie on the couch and you fall asleep.
I cannot do that eating and working later.
I also usually have sauna at my apartment during the winter evening. That's also nice. When you had a really rough day and busy day, then you go home 5, 6, then you have a little dinner, and then you turn on the sauna and you just like relax, and then you can have a proper good night's sleep because you're so like releasing the tense of the day. So yeah,
So that's great.
That's great.
For that.